table right here in the middle. Take notes from them. The rest of you guys are slacking. You guys ready for your next comic? There we go. This next guy performs while he's a good friend of mine. Please give it up for Real Rich.
How's everybody doing? I'm from two places. I'm from Compton, California, and a little meth town outside of Las Vegas, Nevada, called Henderson. These places are where I get my accent. Being from these two places, I only really know about two things, and that's methamphetamine and high quality barbecue. Now, if you ever want to mix the two, which people have asked me about, I suggest a dry rub. You want to permeate the meat, you know what I mean? My mother, she named me Rick James. She was on heroin when she did it, listening to Rick James. And the high school I went to was called Basic High School. It's really called Basic High School. We were the Wolves. Which I thought a basic wolf was a dog. Picture me filling out job application right now. Sitting there in human resources. First question on the thing is name. I gotta write Rick James. From Compton. Yeah, I'm trying to get that affirmative action job. Rick James from Compton. Next question is education. And I gotta write Basic High School. Next to where it already says basic. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna get this job. So in hobbies and activities, I write meth and barbecue. Nah, I got a job, guys. I do construction. And doing construction, I get up at 3:20 to 3:30 in the morning every single day. I hate it. I used to be able, in my 20s and 30s, to cruise around town, do drugs, and fuck beautiful women. That was my meth and barbecue. They were the barbecue. That's what I did. That's, many of you did that, you just ain't admitting it, and I understand. So I get up every morning at 3:20, and I go to the 7-Eleven right here on Warner and Golden West, because I'm assuming some of you are from here. And every morning, there are tweakers out there with their fine girlfriends. And it's 3:20 in the morning. You know what I mean? I'm barely awake. I'm pumping my gas, about to go to my good job. I got a family and an apartment. But I can't help but think, how the fuck am I winning? These tweakers are going to do drugs and party all night long. And I'm gonna put in data cabling. It's a good life I got going right there. I've done construction for 25 years. And if you do construction, you know that the greatest place on the job site is the porta potty. That's where you hide. It's hard work and fun. Everybody hides in the porta potty. That's where you go. For all these years, in every single porta potty I've ever seen, there's been a single drawing in the porta potty of a naked lady. Sometimes they got poop coming out. Sometimes. But all of them, somebody else has drawn a wiener on the naked lady. It's unanimous, it's every one. Now, the way you judge these artistically is the better the drawing, the more time the guy got to waste in the porta potty. It's genius. I saw a masterpiece, this really happened. Somebody hot melted into the plastic grooves of a naked lady, put sand in the groove, and then put epoxy over that. This was a good 2.5 hours of work. Did I mention they added the wiener? I didn't know how to express my gratitude on both levels, both artistic and you wasted all that time, good job. So I wrote one like, one share to Sharpie. Right underneath it. What I did, I have 2 sons. And the way I had those 2 sons was from the most dangerous cum in the world, pre-cum. It'll take you down, man. They're twins. I wanted to teach them not to let that happen. When we were at a barbecue, this also really happened. we're at the barbecue, and just out of nowhere, they grab their burgers and say, hey, come here, come here, come here. And they grab the burgers. They're like, what's up, Pop? I'm like, those are some good-looking burgers. They're like, hell yeah. And I grabbed the ketchup. And I dumped that pre-ketchup shit all over them. Destroyed them. And I looked my sons in the eyes. I said, sons, those were good-looking burgers, huh? So yeah, so I dumped that pre-ketchup all over them, huh? You want to eat them anymore? It's like a lady. Sorry. I didn't really have a better line at the end of that. Anybody here seen Conan? I'm gonna assume you guys have seen Conan. In the movie Conan, they asked Conan when he's a kid, what are the three best things in life? And he has an answer. Everybody, a lot of people know that. Hi, how are you doing? And staring daggers, and then she smiled. I taught my sons in reverse. This is also true. For 5 years, I taught my sons from their teen years in high school on up to 18. And I would say, sons, right now, tell me what is best in life. The 3 things that is worst in life. And my sons will repeat. There's no weed in the town. Being a black guy around police. And another guy doing more cool and interesting things with your girl. Father of the year. It's work? Sure. That is bad thing, so you guys gotta understand. I'm also assuming that most of y'all smoke weed because we in Huntington Beach. Now they have the weed stores, which is so cool, but I sold weed in Long Beach for 20 years in flip-flops and shorts. When you go into the weed shop, there's a dude dressed for Iraq. This dude has camouflage pants on, tucked into his boots. I don't know what that's for tactically, by the way. He's got a vest full of pockets that I can only assume got lighters and scissors. He really has a belt with handcuffs, a taser, a nightstick, a knife, a real gun. He can make change, everything. Motherfucker make Batman jealous. That is a minimum wage job security. You do enough not to get fired, you get paid not enough to get quit. I fucked that all up. But you get it. Like what I'm trying to say is, you never see anyone in McDonald's dressed in a full chef's outfit that they spent $1,000 knives on, right? You never see that. He's doing way too much. Way too much. My wife gets high with me, and it's funny because when my wife gets high, she just babbles about anything. Laundry, the movie we're watching, just every conceivable thing. And while she's doing that, you can't really get an word in edgewise. You can talk, but she's not listening. So I've been trying this new subliminal thing where I just say this word like a little bit low while she's babbling. So she'll be talking, and I just go, butt fuck. I'm gonna let y'all know the results of that. We're still working on it. I am. It's true shit. I'll tell you some more about my mom. My mom went to prison 3 times, and I swear to fucking God, every time she got out of prison, she had a new style, okay? The first time, I was 5 years old, she got out of prison, and she was country western, okay? And she dressed me in the projects of Compton accordingly. I had a cowboy hat, little cut-off jeans, and boots, and I got the shit kicked out of me. The second time she got out, I'm not fucking joking. She came out a white supremacist. And thought there was a picture, by the way, I don't know where it's at. Dressed me in a Harley Davidson t-shirt with no sleeves. I'm fucking 13 years old. Black boots, jeans, and she drew a swastika right where this tattoo is. I got the shit kicked out of me. But I learned a lot about racism during the ass whooping. I heard about Jim Crow, everything. They beat me for everything. The third time she got out, we were still in the projects. And I was, by that time, well entrenched in everything going on in the projects. We were all friends. And she got out what I can only describe as a black R&B lesbian. Okay? She had a black boyfriend, which was a lady, named Taco. And Taco looked exactly like Joe Frazier. Exactly. Taco punked me many times. But it was the coolest thing. Because in the projects, I was the only one with a black dad. You're laughing with that kind of, oh, that's fucked up. This shit is all true. It's okay to laugh. We made jokes about it back then too. I'm trying to remember what I was gonna say. Another thing my mother did to me, and this really fucked me up. She would do heroin and she would nod off. And what we would do is we would go all over using my social security number to get different things, you know, to get heroin. And one day I was like 7 years old and I asked her, Mom, what is that number? What is the social security number? What does that do? And she looked me dead in my eyes and she said, that's your fart count. When you reach that number of farts, you die. I was 7. Okay? I believed her. Until I got taught in school that that's not the truth. When I was 20 years old, my mom overdosed and she died. They brought her back to life, okay? But she was clinically dead for 5 minutes, okay? And she was a bigger woman. So what she did is, right before she died, she did what's known as death rattles, which is the air leaving your mouth. All the air in your body leaves your mouth. And the very last thing she did was farted. And they pronounced her dead. Was she right? Should we be counting? No. We don't know. I lost track a long time ago. I lose track in a day. Have to bear with me. I don't think I've ever done 10 minutes before. This is a 10-minute set, so I'm trying to do good. I'm trying to remember everything. That's what's hard. A lot of times I go back to Compton, and I go there at night. And if you don't know, when you go there at night, you get reverse racism from the police. If you are white and you drive into Compton after 1 a.m., they think you're there for drugs or women. And I am. Oh, I am. I just don't like that they assume that shit. I got 3 cards in my wallet. My weed card, my unemployment card, and my driver's license. And only one of them works. Suspended license, y'all. So I had to come up with a way out of this, man, because them police will fuck you up, man. It doesn't matter when you're in Compton what color you are. So now what I do is as soon as I see them in my rearview window, I roll it down and I look at them like this. Are you fucking serious? There's 1, 2, there are 3 of us white people out in Compton right now. In all of Compton. It's 1 a.m. You thought I wasn't undercover? Man, you motherfuckers are rookies. What do you mean you don't believe me? All right, check this out. I want you to go into my trunk. The chief has had me out here on the streets undercover for at least a week. I've cleaned up the streets of Compton, of all the meth and barbecue. And I want to thank y'all.
Real Red.